He only glanced at the sword's handle before pulling a silver needle from his sleeve. He slowly ran the needle around the handle, then inserted it into a small dragon eye carving. With a slight twist, the handle came apart. Hidden inside the short sword was a piece of parchment wrapped in oilskin. The warlords were both shocked and excited, because the paper might contain the secret to a hidden imperial treasure. However, just as they were celebrating the possibility of finding the treasure, the man suddenly threw the parchment into the fire. One of the soldiers quickly knocked over the brazier trying to save it, but it was already too late. Taking advantage of the chaos, the man suddenly grabbed the dagger and attempted to take his own life. Now that the treasure map was destroyed, only he knew the exact location. In order to force him to lead them there, the warlord kidnapped his girlfriend and used her as leverage. With no other choice, the man agreed to guide them to the treasure. Soon, they arrived at a temple hidden deep in the mountains. First, the man poured wine over a statue. Then he gently stepped on a hidden mechanism on the floor. Finally, he slowly turned a raised stone button nearby. Suddenly, a hidden passage leading to an ancient tomb appeared before them. The warlord was thrilled. He immediately forced the man to walk in front and lead the way. They believed they would soon discover a treasure worth a fortune, but after walking for 2 full days, they still couldn't leave the passage. Exhausted, the warlord finally realized something. They had been walking in circles the entire time. Furious, he raised his gun at the man's head and threatened him to guide them properly. Seeing that the moment had come, the man finally led them to the real entrance of the tomb. In front of them stood a massive stone gate weighing thousands of pounds. The man took out a sword and split it into 2 pieces. He inserted the 2 halves into the grooves on both sides of the gate. As both sides were turned at the same time, the ancient mechanism inside the tomb was activated. With a deep rumble, the enormous stone gate slowly opened. Before the man could think of a way to stop them, the warlord had already ordered his men to rush into the tomb. Just as expected, the coffins inside the tomb were filled with priceless jewels and treasures. Blinded by greed, they scrambled wildly to grab everything they could. Meanwhile, the man simply watched them coldly from the side. Because from the very beginning, the warlords had already fallen into the trap he set. At that moment, all the exits of the tomb were sealed by the man's companions. As the man triggered the final mechanism, the tomb began to collapse. He quickly escaped through a hidden tunnel with his girlfriend, and the warlords, who had committed countless wrongdoings, were left behind in the tomb forever.